Hello, beautiful being. Thank you for listening to episode 3 of my Fun Fat Loss series. So, as we've done so far, we're at the third letter of Fun Fat Loss, which gives us N. So, N stands for no and also new. So, it's really important when you're opting for a healthy lifestyle. So, again, whether it's just living a healthier life or, of course, losing fat, that you need to learn to say no. The word no, write that down. Learn to say no. Okay, so I found that this is also very challenging for most patients, and it also was for myself. So at the weight control clinic, I always recommend people to learn to say no, because obviously up until now you might have been saying yes to everything. Like if someone offers you, oh, would you like a drink? Yes. Would you like chocolates? Yes. Would you like pudding? Yes. And so on. So you need to learn to say no, and to set your boundaries. Okay, so boundaries, there's nothing wrong with it. Learning to say no, the word no is not a bad word, I promise. It's actually a really healthy word, and it's crucial for setting your boundaries as well. So learn to say no, and also you don't have to go see everyone and go out the whole time, because it can be challenging, especially in the beginning. However, I don't recommend that you shouldn't go out. So I'm all for going for dinner, spending time with friends and family, and then also just choosing the right options when you go out. So if you have a choice, there's always a menu if you go to a restaurant. So that's a better option than eating at someone's house, for example, especially if you don't have control over the food. So very important to learn to say no, or if you don't want to say no, then just swap for a restaurant option then instead. And also, I always say, a lot of people tell me that they don't tell their friends and family that they're trying to lose weight and they're at the weight control clinic with getting support. They rather just, they don't want to talk about it. So think about why you think that as well, if that's you. So why would you not want to tell your friends and family that you're losing weight? It's because you're seeing it in a negative light. Losing weight is actually improving your health. So why wouldn't you want to tell people, hey, I'm excited, I'm improving my health, I'm ready to be a healthier version of myself, a happier version with more energy and a new zest for life, or whatever your motivations are. So why wouldn't you want to tell your friends and family? I promise you, they probably will support you, and they should if they are real friends and of course family. Of course, I'm not saying tell everyone and everything you go make an issue about it. That's the other thing. Most people that talk about weight make an issue, because then it becomes a competition. Like, I'm trying to lose weight. Oh, me too. And this is working. No, but what you're doing is wrong. So things like that. So I understand if you don't want to mention it due to that. But I mean, with your close friends and family, obviously, I do recommend to mention it to them, because they can help you and support you when there are times when you will face challenges, which is part of life. We all have ups and downs. So there will be times when it is easier to live a healthy lifestyle. And then there'll be times when it can be a bit challenging or hard even. So yeah, learn to say no and set your boundaries. And then the second one so this is also a double whammy tip. So the N is also for new. So as I've mentioned with the previous episodes, is to learn to listen to your self-talk. And now you've done that. So now how do we rewrite that story? Okay, it's really important to let go. So also to release these old stories in order for you to create a new story. So now I want you to think of, what do you want your new story to be? If you used to believe that you can't do it, you've never been able to lose weight, that's your limiting belief, because it is possible. Many people do it, but you believe it's not true. So that can be a limiting belief as well. But then if you've now noticed that might be one of yours, then what do you want your new story to be? So write down now what you want to believe. So that's step one, setting your intention. Okay, so before we can let go of the old story completely, we need to there's going to be a gap now, because you're going to let it go. So we need to fill the gap with a new empowering story. So the limiting story we're releasing, but we're bringing in an empowering story that will help us on the way. And you can even do this in the form of an affirmation. So where you literally say it to yourself daily as often as needed. You can literally put it on your phone as a reminder that pops up every hour. Also put it on sticky notes so that you can see it everywhere in your house when you walk past it, or whatever works for you. But what is your new story? So I can't give you the answer there. You need to explore your mind a little bit. Like it can be, for example, I'll give you a few examples just to get your creative juices flowing. So example can be, I am losing weight successfully, or I am losing 10 kilograms in 11 weeks, or I will fit into my swimwear in 2 months or 3 months, or whatever it is. What do you want your new story to be? Or I can do this. I can do anything I put my mind to. Or my journey, my fat loss or health journey is easy, fun, and delicious. Or healthy living is not a punishment. Okay, don't make it negative though. So it should rather say healthy living is fun, for example. So whatever resonates with you, very important, you need to feel it in your body. So you need to feel excited when you hear it. That's one recommendation. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay. So find something that you feel in tune with. If you do struggle, get in touch. I can help you. But yes, play around a little bit and feel which one makes you excited, because that's the one that you should stick with. You can have more than one. I won't recommend more than 3, because otherwise otherwise you're going to make the journey a little bit more difficult, or might, especially if you feel overwhelmed with having to say more than 3 the whole time. So 1 is great. If you want to be an overachiever, you can go up to 3. So really important just that it resonates with you. And this is also where one of my mentors taught me about affirmations. So you can also go Google that. But it's just changing it into a word, into a question. So I found that saying I am enough, because one of my limiting beliefs were that I'm not enough, which popped up for me in not having enough time, for example. So it's not always an obvious one, but that was, it does pop up every now and then. It was one of mine. But then when I said I am enough, it didn't feel true. And that's the issue. So affirmations are great because you turn it into a question. So instead of saying I am enough, you'll say, why am I enough? And then look there, what does your mind do? You start thinking of why you're enough. So great, your mind's trying to find solutions or answers to your question. And that's what affirmations are. So if you prefer affirmations instead of affirmations, so affirmations is just a statement. Affirmations is switching it into a question. So whichever one works for you. Again, you be you, you're unique, find your way. And if you do struggle, please do get in touch. Or if you want to go deeper on your journey, on your healing journey, to release your weight or just live a healthier lifestyle, please do get in touch as well. Okay, great. Cheers.